Hello and a warm welcome to Federal's special program, Capital Beat. Now, just few hours are left, and the Delhi will begin counting its votes. But what has happened just a day before is also very, very interesting. There are two things which have happened, and I'm going to discuss both these issues. One is that a team of anti-corruption bureau officials have arrived at the Aam Aadmi Party convener Arvind Kejriwal's residence after the LG Vinay Kumar ordered a probe into the ex-CM's poaching charges against the BJP. Now, what happened, if you remember, on Thursday, Kejriwal had accused the BJP of trying to poach about 16 party candidates, and he alleged that AAP candidates received offers from the BJP which promised ministerial positions and 50 crore each if they switched sides. In fact, senior party leaders like Sanjay Singh have also echoed similar allegations. And on the other hand, what has happened? This is one development. The second development is that Election Commission of India has not uploaded the Form 17C, but Arvind Kejriwal has put out a very interesting tweet saying that he has come up with a new website which is called transparentelections.in, and his party will upload the Form 17C for all the polling booths. I want to show you the tweet which is put out by Arvind Kejriwal. I just read it carefully what he has written. If you could have that tweet play out, Nisha. Yes. Arvind Kejriwal has said that EC has refused to upload Form 17C and a number of votes polled per booth in each assembly despite several requests. Aam Aadmi Party has made a website, transparentelections.in, where we have uploaded all the Form 17C of every assembly. This form has all the details of votes polled in each booth. Through the day, we will present the data of every assembly and every booth in a tabulated format as well, so that every voter can access this information. This is something that the Election Commission should have done in the interest of transparency, but it is unfortunate that they are refusing to do it. So the question is that why did the Anti-Corruption Bureau officials land up at Arvind Kejriwal's residence? Is it a sign of desperation on the part of the BJP? Second question is that if Arvind Kejriwal has decided to upload all the Form 17C, is that an alibi which Aam Aadmi Party will be taking, staring at the defeat, which whose possibilities look clear from the exit polls? I'm just quoting the exit polls. I'm not saying that who's winning or who's losing, but the exit polls indicate a drubbing of the Aam Aadmi Party. So we'll try and discuss that one day before these signs of desperation coming from the Aam Aadmi Party camp and from the BJP camp show that really the fight is neck and neck. But who will walk away with the show is the big question. Joining me now is Siddharth Sharma, who's the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. Thank you so much, Siddharth, for joining. We have TK Rajalakshmi, who's the senior deputy editor of the Frontline. Thank you so much. And we have a senior journalist from the Federal, Abhishek Rawat, who's covered Delhi extensively. Each and every constituency he went to, and he has an idea as to what really has happened on the ground. I'll begin with Siddharth. Siddharth, the anti-corruption bureau officials landing up at Kejriwal's doorstep, and on the other hand, Kejriwal putting out a tweet saying that election commission is not being transparent and therefore we will upload the Form 17C. How would you see both these measures? Is it a sign of desperation in both the camps, BJP and Aam Aadmi Party?
Yeah, Neelu. First, full disclosure: I'm not a member of any political party as of today in India. But yes, I follow Aam Aadmi Party very closely because it's a new startup and it's worth following. I'm a media consultant by profession. Anyway, coming back to the points that you were making, two things. One, the ACB, when it went to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal's house, it did not have the proper documents or warrants or search warrants, whatever was necessary. So they had to come out, and they came out empty-handed. That's the latest news that is coming from official sources. Point number two: when Mr. Kejriwal's team said that BJP is trying to poach, they also gave a telephone number. And yesterday, I was watching a few television debates in which Aam Aadmi Party spokespersons were challenging BJP spokespersons to give a call to that number, and obviously the BJP spokespersons did not yield to that, because obviously if you call that number may have belonged to some BJP fellow. If they were so sure that it was not BJP, they would have as well called that number. That is as far as ACB is concerned. The more interesting point here is that, to give a cricket analogy, whenever there is a match going on, there are two umpires standing on the field. There are thousands of people sitting in the stadium and watching the cricket match live. Now, whatever happens, it's the umpire who has to give a verdict. Say a six ball over is up. It's for the umpire to ask the bowler to change sides. Now, interestingly, in these elections, we all know the election commission is the umpire of these kind of matches. It's been more than so many hours. In fact, 2 days have elapsed since the voting has happened in Delhi. BJP tom toms that one nation, one election, all these broha about big things. Now, how come the election commission hasn't, as of yet, given out the final numbers of how many people voted in each booth? In fact, this is the exact question that Rahul Gandhi also raised in the Lok Sabha today, saying that in Maharashtra elections, the more number of people than really existing have voted. Now, this question, even if it's a valid question, it has been raised post the verdict. It's a long time has elapsed since then. That's why I think what Aam Aadmi Party has very intelligently did is that it has uploaded all the Form 17Cs. Now I'll tell you for the benefit of viewers of federal tier channel what a Form 17C is. Whenever an election happens, every candidate has a right that his agent will sit in the election booth during the voting for the entire process of the voting. Now, when the voting is over in the evening, the presiding officer, that is the election commission's officer there, the independent authority, he issues a form 17 saying that in this booth x number of people voted. For example, a booth may have 1259 voters, but 867 might have turned up. Now, since that polling agent was also sitting in the booth and counting the voters, he will also endorse that yes, 867 people have voted in this. And once that happens, the presiding officer of that booth gives that form 17C to the candidate's polling agent. Now, the polling agent at the end of the voting at 6 o'clock knows that how many votes have been polled in his booth. So just expand it to all the booths, and by 6 o'clock, the moment the voting ends and your polling agent comes out of the voting booth, the exact number of votes polled in that constituency or in that booth is in public domain. Surprisingly, it it's for the election commission to come out with that data, and since it has not come, Aam Aadmi Party has gone one step ahead because its polling agents were there in all the booths. They have already uploaded the Form 17C on this website called transparentelections.in. This is not a party website. It is like a website which I think in the future other parties may also use it. So they have a software in which all the Form 17Cs have already been uploaded, and the tabulation is going to come periodically in installments. But the Form 17C is already there. If anybody wants to go and collate that data, that data is already existing. That cannot be changed. It is the Form 17C which is issued by the Election Commission. So now it is going to be interesting that once the election counting begins, now coming back to the point, in a match any team can win and any team can lose. It's a cricket match. It's like elections are also like a cricket match today. Some one team can win, the other time some other team can win. But for the fans and the people, the process has to be transparent and fair. The umpire has to be fair and transparent whatever the result. So instead of seeing this as an act of desperation either from the BJP's point of view or from Aam Aadmi point of view, we should be happy and we should be a little disappointed that somebody has come up with the entire transparency thing and given it out in the public domain. And the disappointing thing is that the umpire still has not given the verdict. It is like the after a six ball over, the umpire is still quiet, but the entire stadium is asking the umpire that boss, 6 ball ho gaya, ab side change karo, us taraf jana hai. So I think it is a good development as well as a little bit of a disappointing development. What happens tomorrow? Exit polls, as we all know, just see from the last 8 months. Lok Sabha results, exit poll went bad. Haryana exit poll went bad. Maharashtra exit poll went bad. In fact, this is not just an Indian phenomena. Even globally, if you see, Kamala Harris was supposed to win even in the Gallup polls, but Trump won. So exit polls, since they are not an exact science, I'm not questioning the exit polls credibility or the company's credibility. The simple fact that if 1 crore people vote, it's like sampling error. If you go and sample how many healthy people are there in a city, and for that sampling, if you go to a hospital, most of the people will, your reports will say that most of the people in that city are not doing well, they are sick. But the same sample, if you go and do in a gymnasium, in a very good gym, it will show that all the people in this city are having six packs. Both would not be true. So the exit polls, because the sample sizes are small, they are bound to go wrong. And I think what is going to happen tomorrow will be interesting. That it is, I think what is going to happen is that uh, after the Maharashtra fiasco or the Haryana fiasco, I'm not saying that the election commission was fair or unfair, but obviously the election commission's conduct was questioned. The umpires' decisions were questioned. Now, once an umpire's decision is questioned, the flow of the play gets interrupted, and the flow and the play doesn't go on smoothly. So what I think Aam Aadmi Party has done in a very intelligent way is that it has come out with that Form 17C, that is the total number of votes that have been polled, and now it will be for the election commission to match that, because if they don't match that, their own Form 17C, please understand, Form 17C is issued by the election commission itself. So I think it's going to be interesting tomorrow once the counting starts, and whatever the results, I think India has taken a good step towards a little bit of more transparency and fairness. In fact, it should have been done by the election commission. Disappointing that it did not do that. It is good that science and technology have improved to such a state now that even independent players, a fan watching in the from the stands has a binocular and he can see that exactly this has happened. There was no nick, and the umpire should not have given him out. So I think what is going to happen is something nice is going to come out of this. I believe so.
Okay. I'll come to Abhishek now. Abhishek, what is going to happen is anybody's guess tomorrow. But these claims made by Arvind Kejriwal that BJP offered 15 crore rupees to each and every MLA, and some 16 MLAs they tried to poach. How far are these claims true? Has something like this at all happened? And now that anti-corruption officials have landed up at Kejriwal's residence, what does this mean? Is it a sign of desperation, or you see some other conspiracy behind all this? Or is it like a political drama, if I may say? That is this a political drama unfolding one day before the counting?
Yeah, Nilu, as per my view, this is just a narrative formed by Aam Aadmi Party. If we see the 2013 mandate, which was given by public, that was fractured mandate, and Aam Aadmi Party make government with the uh, support of Congress, and Aam Aadmi Party also very much successful for not able to allow horse trading by attempt of BJP. So this time, Aam Aadmi Party is also trying this, that all the MLAs who will be selected by the public may remain intact with the Aam Aadmi Party. So as per my view, this is just a narrative, and if they have any kind of strong substance, they should produce it with the agencies, investigative agencies. And I also think that Aam Aadmi Party is also not very much confident to win this election clearly or a clear mandate, because they are saying that 16 of the candidates getting the call from BJP. So by this means they are thinking that only 32 MLAs of the Aam Aadmi Party, or 32 candidates of the Aam Aadmi Party will be winning in this election. Because as per 16 candidates, if we consider 16 candidates got the call from BJP, it means only 32 will be the figure of the Aam Aadmi Party, because half of the MLAs would go with any other party, then their membership remains intact. So this is a question on the desperation of Aam Aadmi Party for saving its image in the public, or for saving its number or figures of MLAs, for not allowing to go with BJP. So this is a question, and that's why the investigation is very much important. And as far as the concern of ACB, in the morning, BJP complained with the LG regarding this allegation of the Aam Aadmi Party, and LG ordered the probe to the ACB. Then ACB went to the house of Arvind Kejriwal. At that time, they have not any authority letter or any kind of notice with him. So the ACB of the anti-corruption branch uh, issued a notice to Arvind Kejriwal to join the inquiry as far as the allegations made by the Aam Aadmi Party. The ACB asked to Arvind Kejriwal give the numbers of the candidates, 16 candidates who got the call from BJP, and provide the numbers of the callers who made call to the different candidates. So this is the part of investigation. And later, just a few minutes earlier, I got to know that Sanjay Singh also gave a telephone number to the anti-corruption branch and alleged that from this number, the one of the candidate got a call from, and the caller claimed himself as a BJP senior member and offered 15 crore rupees to him. So all this is the matter of investigation. I can't say that the allegations are right or wrong or any kind of political strategy, but the question is that the Aam Aadmi Party is also not much confident to get the clear mandate from the public this time. And after two elections, this election is very much important because
Right.
public is also
But
because
Abhishek,
public.
I
Yeah,
just wanted to clarify because you said that Sanjay Singh has given out the phone numbers of the people who called for 15 crores and, this BJP's poaching exercise. So have those numbers been shared with the anti-corruption officials by Sanjay Singh? He has shared it already, you are saying.
yeah, yeah. Sanjay Singh shared just one number. The caller who called one candidate of the Aam Aadmi Party. Not
Hmm.
very much, not different numbers, only one number. And now, because from Aam Aadmi Party, the one complaint also lost to the anti-corruption branch after knowing that BJP also made a complaint to the LG. So, anti-corruption branch is investigating both the complaints, one from the BJP and one from the Aam Aadmi Party. And later on, we will know about what is the genuineness of the complaint from both the parties.
Right. All right. Now, Rajalakshmi, what does the scenario look like just barely hours, before the counting begins? Anti-corruption officials, bureau officials landing up at Kejriwal's residence. Kejriwal putting out his own Form 17C of all the assembly constituencies, saying that election commission is not transparent. Do you think that the fight is so neck to neck that both the election commission, both Aam Aadmi Party and BJP now are looking for alibis as to what they will say, in case if they lose the elections? Does it look like that? Is it some kind of a sign of desperation on the part of both the parties?
See, it has been, a neck to neck fight, in fact, no doubt about that. But what perhaps the Aam Aadmi Party is creating the background for what may happen tomorrow. I mean, in case it is neck to neck fight on either side, and the chances that there might be some shifting from one party to the other, that scenario can't be overruled. Definitely not. So then the Aam Aadmi Party stands, vindicated that this is what we said was sort of happening, or that such overtures had been made to our party candidates, and that ultimately this is what has happened. But yes, I suppose that if it has made a certain claim, then it stands that it should provide evidence to the for that, and the onus is on the ACB to sort of investigate the issue properly, to get down to the core of it. But I'm quite surprised that the LG should react very promptly on this. when when there have been so many occasions when the LD has really sat on so many important files and not really and really procrastinated. So here for him to be quite proactive is it's very good. I think it's good in that sense. But clearly the it does cast a cloud. I mean, of course, the ACB. I mean, somebody has to probe it. If such a claim has been made, then the Aam Aadmi Party also would like it to be probed, I think. And but as I said, it's quite possible that it's setting the stage for the possible outcome tomorrow, perhaps. And in such a scenario, if it does happen, then it says, look, we told you that this is what they were doing, and they're water MLAs, you know.
Right.
So I think it's just covering up the tracks. I mean,
Okay.
essentially cover up all
Yes.
kinds of possibilities, and it's going to be neck to neck in fact, Nilu, and it's not going to be a very low key kind of a scenario tomorrow also. The reactions, there's going to be a lot of it, I'm sure. And I think this thing about the about putting out the 17C forms, there, of course, if there is a mismatch between the figures that are because on the booth wise figures would be known. So if there is any kind of a if there is mismatch between what is put out by the election commission and what has been put out in the 17C forms that the Aam Aadmi Party has got through the agents and has sort of put it publicly, then I think that will also be an issue at some stage. And of course, I think the Aam Aadmi Party is also trying to make a point that, look, uh, we are not a corrupt party,
Right.
and that we have always stood for transparency, and we are doing it, till the last mile.
Mhm.
And that the BJP, which has accused us of being corrupt, is the one which is not transparent, including the institution that the BJP has. I mean, that the BJP controls, in a sense. The election commission is not exactly transparent. Therefore, we are saying that we came to you, with a clear mandate, with the absolutely clean slate mandate, and
Right.
that even if you go down, we are going to go down on the peg of being absolutely transparent. So I think there are
Right.
several, I think, unstated, messages also in this.
Okay,
Yeah.
now for very brief comments from all the three of you, I'll come to Siddharth very quickly and very brief comment that what Rajalakshmi said, that it looks like some kind of a covering of tracks, and it's almost going to be like "Look, I told you" moment. Is that something which both the parties are looking at, whether it's BJP or Congress? Oh, sorry, Aam Aadmi Party.
Well, Nilu, in sports and in politics, you cannot go back to status quo ante because the both move so fast that you cannot go back to status quo ante. I remember in Karnataka there was a SR Bommai government which was dismissed and president's rule brought in. And after that, when it was challenged in the Supreme Court, it was said that this dismissal was wrong. So, in fact, SR Bommai prevailed in the Supreme Court. But it was not that Mr. Bommai's government was reinstated. The point here is that in cricket or in sports or in politics, dynamics change so fast that if something cannot go back to status quo ante, exactly what has happened today with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He has raised certain very important objections regarding Maharashtra, but it is all in the past. You cannot go back and change the status quo ante. I think Aam Aadmi Party is ensuring that tomorrow this does not happen. They are live. They are going to be dynamic. If there is some hanky panky going on, if there is some mismatch going on, it is like there is a umpire on the field and there is a third umpire also. DRS is also ready. So if the umpire is going to do something wrong, the DRS is going to catch him. I think that is what Aam Aadmi Party is trying to do. And once if that is done, no, whatever the result, it's like a politics. I believe politics and sports. You win some, you lose some. Doesn't matter as far as the fans and the people who watch it feel that the game has gone on in a fair manner. It's as simple as that.
Okay, so I'll take the concluding remarks quickly. Abhishek, unmute yourself. What would you really say to the counting tomorrow and what has happened today? Very briefly, and then I'll take the last comment from Raj Lakshmi. Yes.
Yeah, Ninu, as per my view, that Arvind Kejriwal is very much intelligent in their candidates and their party. from the clutches of the BJP or horse trading. And this election is very much important, and his party's win is also very much important, because the allegations made against the Arvind Kejriwal regarding the liquor scam, yeah, the matter is sub judice, but he claimed that if he and his party will win, then he got a certificate from the public of his honesty. So his win is very much important. But this time the fight is very much tight, and no one is able to claim who is winning clearly. So we will have to wait till tomorrow morning, maybe after 11 a.m. The picture will be very much clear. So this all thing what happened till now, Aam Aadmi Party is just trying to save his candidates, and this is a message for its candidates also, that no one will go with anybody, or just not go, or not fetch in any type of the clutches of the BJP or horse trading kind of the things. So this is just an attempt of Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party to save its uh, probably win for the elections. So we will have to wait till tomorrow morning.
Okay. Yes, Raj Lakshmi, to you now. Yes.
Yeah, I think irrespective, of the electoral win, I think for both, the BJP as well as the Aam Aadmi Party, winning Delhi, it's a political win. Okay, for that that is very important. So I think the Aam Aadmi Party, it does see itself, as a long distance runner. It's not going to sort of give up so easily on the fact that it has a certain a certain significant presence in Delhi, and I think it will sort of continue to sort of make the point, even if it is out of power. It's not going to sort of let go of the fact that it was in Delhi for 10 years, and that it has a certain basis, for sort of being in Delhi, and I think so. So I think the political will is more important. So even if tomorrow, I mean, if the BJP does win and it forms government, I think the Aam Aadmi Party is going to make a political point out of all these issues, and I think transparency and all these associated things are going to be among the topmost points that is going to, because after all, it was accused of corruption, right? It was accused of corruption, and here it's saying, look, we are transparent. Okay,
Yeah.
and I think the election commission is going to be under a lot of pressure tomorrow. I don't think the story ends tomorrow with the with the
Yeah.
outcome.
Who knows? We do not know. But yes,
The hot
election
seat.
commission will have to answer a lot. But it's going
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
certainly a very interesting day tomorrow. And please stay tuned to the Federal, because the Federal group will begin its lives in the morning from 9 a.m. onwards. And the 9 a.m. we go live in Hindi, and then from 10:15 onwards you'll see the live programs in English as well, and also in the evening. So throughout the day, stay tuned to the Federal. Thank you so much, Raj Lakshmi, Siddharth
thank you,
Sharma, Abhishek. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.